Hey everybody, it's Reckless. So I am actually back from a awesome weekend at my family's house. My sister was actually graduating, so I definitely had a great time while that was going down. But while I was there, I actually missed out on a couple of things, like the update that actually happened, I want to say on Friday, but don't quote me on that. A couple things changed, and one of them I'll actually get into more in depth, is that the Queen's Wrath is back, and there are several bounties to actually come up on and do. And in this video, I'm actually going to do only one of those bounties because I'm going to do all those bounties each and individually. So, as I said, the Queen's Wrath is back, and we're actually going to take a little walk to Pentravenge. She's upstairs by the Iron Banner, a little bit further down, pretty much where she was last time.
They're not ready.
Now, not much has changed from the last time she was actually here. As you can see, her ship up there is really nothing else spectacular. There's no ghosts or anything like that around. And when you first approach her, you can actually see that she doesn't look like she does when she's in the reef. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then I actually have videos of the reef and do a little breakdown of that, what Pentravenge actually looks like without her mask on. So as you can see, there is 5 bounties you can actually do as of right now. Later on today, the 6th bounty becomes available. There's actually these 2 shaders. They kind of look similar, but you can tell the differences between them. Then you also have these 2 emblems also.
Light go with you. Is that what you say?
So first, let's start with the bounties. Now you can pause these to actually read them, because I'm actually going through this real fast. But each bounty actually has a target and a location. But when you actually do these, for the target and location, they're actually going to come on a fallen ship, and they're actually going to come in waves. I want to say 3 to 4 waves, but I'm not entirely sure yet.
For the reef.
Now real quick, I'm just going to back up a little bit, that way you guys can see the fallen ship, and then we're actually going to go do some of these bounties.
The reef and the city can be... My queen seeks your help.
So right now, I'm just going to go ahead and grab all the bounties that I can. And this is a few hours before the day 6 bounty is actually available. So our first stop is going to be on the Cosmodrome. So we're just going to do the patrol. And I'm actually going to show you where exactly this actually is. Now the bounty itself does show you, well, it doesn't show you, but it tells you where to go. But not a lot of people know places by actual names. So, like I said, I'm going to show you where to actually go. So once you land, you're going to get on your speeder, and you're actually going to go to the left from the steeps. And the left is that direction. And this is going to be the bounty that we actually do first. So it had a little cut because I actually went to go get a bounty real quick. But what you're going to do, just follow me, and I will take you to the very first area that this event actually spawns in. This event actually spawns in every 15 minutes. And I want to say every 15 minutes for each and every bounty. They do spawn at the same time. So trying to rush to another area to get the other ones is possible. We actually attempted it in the moon, but it didn't work out so well because it was kind of far away from each other. Now, after you defeat the target, you will get something called an ether key, and there's a time limit And what that ether key does is it actually opens up a chest. But the thing is, that chest could spawn in several different places. A lot of the times, me and my friends found them in 1 or 2 places, but it is possible that there is a third location to where they actually spawn. I'm actually going to fast forward this video because we're actually going to wait till it actually spawns, and yeah, it takes a while. Once the event is about to spawn, you will see above your super meter says a pack of wolves is prowling. And that means that they're about to spawn somewhere. And as you can see above me, they're actually spawning up there. So, as I have said, you will get a few enemies that actually spawn from different ships. And once you kill the Scorch Captain, you will be able to grab the Scorch Cannon from him. Similar to like getting the sword from killing the I guess little sword bearer guys when the Dark Below was active. So once you pick up the Scorch Cannon, you will have 10 rounds in each Scorch Cannon as long as nobody else fired it. But if you hold down the trigger button before letting go, they'll actually do a lot more damage. Pretty much you're like milking, so to speak. I'm probably gonna die somewhere in here, or several times. One thing that a lot of people don't know about the Scorch Cannon is when you actually have the Scorch Cannon equipped, you cannot melee. You can still send out your super or your grenades, but it will not allow you to melee at all. One easier way to take these enemies down faster is to equip yourself with a whole bunch of arc damage weapons, because the Fallen do have a lot of arc shield. So arc damage weapons would be best. So, this is the ship that the target will actually come off of. As you can see him right there. Now, keep in mind that when you're doing this, the more players you have actually in the area trying to take down the target, the harder it's going to be. I actually have a couple of friends who've actually done this solo, and they said it wasn't really hard. But again, the more guardians in the area, the harder it's going to be, because the damage is actually reduced on each guardian that is actually there. Once he's dead, you will get the completion and also a Grimoire card. However, it's not over yet. You have ether keys, or an ether key, and you need to go find that chest as soon as possible. If you don't find that chest, you won't get anything for actually completing this besides it being completed. Fastest thing you want to do is probably get on your Sparrow. Now this area that I'm at is one of, I want to say 3, possibly 2 of where this chest is. But so far I've only seen this chest spawn in 2 different places. Now the other bounties, a friend of mine has said he's found the chest spawn in 2 different places, and those 2 places the chest wasn't there. Therefore, that's what leads me to believe that there is a third spot that the chests can actually spawn. It wasn't until later on that we realized that these chests are spawning in the same places where every other chest would spawn in that area. So we actually think that there's no specific spawn points anymore, and that wherever a normal chest would appear in that area is where the chest you would be looking for in order to use the ether
and the
key.
Queen will pay anyone who helps
Now,
us.
what I'm doing here is I'm actually trying to test to see if you get reputation wearing different types of class items.
Did you get them all? For the Queen.
As you can tell so far, it doesn't really even matter what class item you're wearing at all. So I assume the same goes for the emblems. So it is a safe assumption to say that no matter what class item you have on, you will still get the same type of reputation for the Queen's Wrath bounties. But I'm only getting more because I actually did the weekly Nightfall earlier this week. So that's why it's giving me more reputation towards the Queen's Wrath bounties.
Help. I've come from the reef. I need the city's help.
So right here you can see the day 6 bounty isn't available because this is still before the bounty actually was released, but later on in the day it was released and I was able to do it. And here I'm just showing the different emblems that Petra Revenge actually has. Both are pretty much the same emblems you got when the Queen's Wrath first appeared.
Done. Of course.
And these are the shaders, and at first glance you can't tell a difference between them. However, if you look at the gauntlets and the boots, you could tell the difference when you actually preview them.
Light go with you.
So that is the Queen's Wrath part 1 video that I actually plan on doing. I will be doing the other parts and they will show the other bounties. I might actually just do the rest of them grouped up together, but I might not. I haven't made a decision on that yet. But let me know what you guys think about this video in the comments below. This is Reckless, and I will see you guys later.